This is Optimal Relationships Daily, episode 440. Practical Advice for Purging Kids' Toys by Shawna Scafe of simpleonpurpose.ca. Hello and happy Friday to our lovely listeners. I'm your personal narrator, Joss Marie, and welcome to the show where I read to you every Monday through Friday, just like an audiobook. Today's post by Shawna Scafe shares practical tips for decluttering children's toys. So if there are toys all over the floor in your home, you know you need to stop what you're doing right now and listen to this episode. But with that, let's get right into it and start optimizing your life. Practical Advice for Purging Kids' Toys by Shawna Scafe of simpleonpurpose.ca. So come this past January, our family of 5 started a mission to live with less, minimalism for rookies. I know it's not for everyone, but it is for us, even if we are kind of sucking at it. Our first long, drawn-out step is to remove the excess of belongings. Since January, we have done 3 toy purges and reduced the kids' toys by over half. As I mentioned before, we had a trial run with getting rid of their toys after the incident in which I confiscated half of their toys. Now, don't get concerned our kids will grow wounded by the purchase of 2015, end up listening to Fiona Apple and burning incense in their room because nobody gets them. We involved them. Granted, they are 4, 3, and infant, and get instantly distracted by the empty toy bins up for free play. Since cutting back their toys by half, they haven't asked for anything back or feigned boredom over lack of toys. Though, there has been some crayon graffiti, likely toddler gang symbols expressing how awesome their mother is. In fact, just the other day, they had a couple friends over, and the kids all played with the following: costumes, the baby monitor, a fire truck, and a stack of furniture leg pads, which they have been calling their treasures for a few days, and I'm totally not calling them Golem, like the nerdy mom I am. Maybe at this point you're thinking, what's with this war on toys? They keep my kid busy and happy, and I just bought these new slippers impervious to Legos. I agree. Toys are great and valuable. They spark creativity and imagination, they keep kids busy, they help with development and social skills, and so on. But if you are like me, there were just too many. If adults get overwhelmed, why wouldn't we expect our kids to? I found the kids are content with a few great toys and a lot less okay toys. So, if you are thinking of doing the great toy purge, here are some steps that we found helped us. Number 1, prep them for the purge. This means looking at your own stuff first. Well, obviously not your mascara collection. Maybe start with tube socks. Once you start purging your own things, your kids will recognize this habit and be more likely to follow suit. Number 2, compile all the toys. I'm talking all the toys that made their way into the car, under the couch with the raisins that were once grapes, in your ensuite with your collection of old curling irons. Yup, we all got them. Get them all in one spot, clean sweep style. Number 3, sort by type. You might not want to do this step as well as number 2, but by grouping all the like items, you can really highlight what can be reduced. I'm looking at you, 32 plastic dinosaurs. Also realizing the sets, puzzles, games that are no longer complete will help you get rid of them. Number 4, purge. The easy first. Let go of all the toys that are broken, excessive duplicates, missing parts to a set. Then move to the harder step and get rid of the toys that don't fit your keep criteria. Your criteria can be anything, but here are criteria we have around toys we keep. Toys that encourage team play. Toys for open-ended play can be used multiple ways, for example, wooden blocks. Basic art or music toys. Toys that encourage role-playing, play kitchens, dolls. Toys that encourage physical activity. Toys that require engagement, so the kids play with the toys, not the other way around. And toys that encourage learning and development. For smaller children, this means lots of books. Number 5, donate and discard. Toys can be recycled, regifted, and donated to great places where they can go to kids who will get more enjoyment out of them than your teal shag gets in holding them hostage. If our kids are sad to see a toy go, we tell them it is being recycled into a new toy. They seem to be happy about this so far. Number 6, rotate toys. This doesn't have to be a toy closet. If you want to use less space storing toys, think about rotating toys between friends. Maybe your town has a toy library. And there is even a trend to view the thrift store as storage. You could donate a box and spend a couple dollars for a new one every few months. And number 7, maintain. Purge toys every few months. Set limits on bringing more toys in. Explore new ways to give gifts to your kids that aren't toys. And sometimes you just need to grab a recycling bag when the kids aren't around and get rid of anything that has become busted or hasn't been used in months. I've done this many times and the kids have never realized anything was missing. In fact, they have thanked me for cleaning their room or playroom. You just listened to the post titled Practical Advice for Purging Kids' Toys by Shawna Scafe of simpleonpurpose.ca. Doesn't it feel overwhelming when we have toys laying all over the house? We might feel like we're being bad parents if we trim or take away from our kids' toy collection, but the truth is that a toy purge is similar to any other decluttering activity. Getting our kids involved in selecting fewer quality toys teaches them about value, and maintaining their toy collection keeps them from being overwhelmed with having too much stuff. As a mom, I love having a home where Talon and Colby can play and have fun. But that doesn't mean that Lee and I have to sacrifice a clean and clutter-free home. Shawna's tips will definitely help us the next time we're in need for a toy purge. And by the way, if you'd like more articles about decluttering, you can come by our blog section right at oldpodcast.com. And you can actually download our guide and free checklist on decluttering toys too. Again, that's oldpodcast.com. But with that, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it on up. Have a great weekend and let us know if you get any decluttering done. I'll see you again next week with more purposeful and insightful content, where your optimal life awaits.